everyone? We are streaming from the BlizzCon Hearthstone stage. I'm joined today by mission designer Giovanni.
Yes.
So you design single player stuff, right?
Yes, I do.
And there's single player stuff in the upcoming expansion.
Yes, absolutely.
Interesting. Now you can't tell us anything.
I can tell you bits if you want to ask some questions. Yeah. I know we have a demo out here that's more of a PvP focused version of what you can expect from the PvE content. So.
Got it.
And we've got a panel tomorrow about it, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where you'll reveal more new cards.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
So, how many cards? Do you know how many cards you guys are revealing this weekend?
I don't know off the top of my head. I think we've revealed most of the collectible ones we're gonna do.
Okay.
Already. There might be a couple more, but I'm not really sure on that one.
Got it. How many missions is it this time around?
What do you mean by missions?
Like single player stuff.
It's kind of dungeon run style.
Okay.
But this time around we focus more on the idea of like these champions clashing heads. So there are only 9 bosses total, 1 for each class, but they have a bunch of different decks and shrines and play styles that make it feel like there's basically 27 shrines.
Okay.
So like the combinations of you versus your opponent are like actually like there's a ton of them.
Got it. Got it. Got it. All right. So what do we have here? Have you played Mechathune Priest?
I have, yes.
My favorite thing about this deck is it really just comes down to whether or not you draw Hemet.
Of course.
Yeah, sometimes you drop Hemet on turn 6 and your opponent literally has to kill you in 5 turns. It's like, well, I had Hemet on 6. It's like a Kelsath, but just it's gonna kill you if you don't deal with it.
Yeah, no, totally.
We have that. We also have which combo priest is this? Oh, this is not this is the weird res one with the damage Stegotron, which were Grizzly. What do you think about the test subject combo infinite?
So interestingly enough, I know the team was aware that it existed. They knew it was probably going to be pretty bad, but that people were gonna like latch onto it anyways.
Yeah.
We actually made I think 2 puzzles based off of the combination you could do there. I mean, obviously a little bit more abstracted from what you run into in traditional PvP, but we definitely knew it existed, and I don't know. It's super weird. I love decks that are like that are like just like a new way to like do something, and I think it's really cool that it like kind of tests like your ability to think like, okay, wait, I need to not bloat my hand. I need these cards and activators. I know combo decks can be kind of like people can feel bad when they get blown out by them because like, oh, they've got all their pieces, you know, or whatever. But I think that's one of those decks that like really makes you work and think for what it is. Yeah.
Like it doesn't just test your like playing skill. It tests your mouse skill.
Your APM, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh man. Have you seen the Void Lord challenge? 7 Void Lords.
I have heard of it. I have not seen anyone actually pull that off though. Probably someone has on Reddit though.
Yeah, like they have it set up. It's insane.
That's awesome.
Alright, this brawl I haven't seen. All of Azeroth wants to brawl for you. Start with a small deck, recruit as you go, then send them to fight over and over again. Oh, this is the one where you pick your cards and you build your deck around it.
You build your deck as you go. Yeah.
This is the so when you squelch your opponent, it doesn't squelch their thinking line.
Oh, I see.
Yes, it is extremely frustrating because you want to squelch Cereneutron as soon as you can, but it's immune to like the thinking portion.
I will have you know, and people may hate me for this, but I wrote Cereneio. We actually had 2 versions of it, fun fact. One was all hellos, and the other, which is what we recorded and we loved. The other one was him saying, like, well met, and sort of still annoying. But we kind of asked the team and we're like, well, what would you actually expect from this? And everyone's like, hellos.
Hello.
We just want hellos. So
it's a little sad that Cereneio was introduced in the patch where Giggling Inventor got nerfed. It's just bad timing.
Yeah, of course. I think that may have been too annoying, though.
Yes. You just hello from everywhere. So Giggling Inventor's flavor text made a reference to like a golden Annoytron that would like. Yeah. Was that planned?
Yeah, absolutely. We knew Cereneio was going to be coming out. I don't think we knew exactly when we wrote the flavor text, but we definitely wanted to reference that. I think there's also somewhere else there's flavor text that points at Giggling Inventor saying like, you know, the inventor of this probably on the Annoytron was exiled from, you know, engineering school or whatever it may have been. So.
Okay, so I'm looking at Call to Arms because if I recall, if you pull cards from your deck, it doesn't get refreshed in the shuffle for this Tavern Brawl.
Yeah, I believe that's the case.
So if we get it now, we can get all those bad chickens out.
Sure, yeah.
But we might reach a point where we literally have no minions in the deck.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, by that point, you don't really need the 2-drops and stuff, right? Because it's only going to pull out all the really small stuff.
Yeah, this can only end well.
Exactly, of course.
All right, and because of the way this deck functions, this brawl function, you actually want to just spend all your cards because there's no point saving it.
Yep.
It disappears. So we just go this, buff this up, hero power, easy. And there we go. So Witchwood and Boomsday and Kobolds of Catacombs, it just started this trend of unique single player content.
Yeah.
What have you, like Witchwood? I think was the least hyped for. But compared to Kobolds and Catacombs, because it was like the first time we saw it, I was like,
sure,
holy crap, what is this single player content we can play over and over?
Yeah.
And the Boomsday one was really unique.
Right.
But the downside was it's hard to replay it.
Yeah.
So what did you guys try and have a balance this time around?
Yeah, so I think that coming off of Tenno, which is Kobolds and Catacombs, with 11 we wanted to reuse the same architecture, and we kind of wanted to put a spin on it, just because we thought it'd be really cool to experiment with this idea of like new heroes.
Yeah.
But when we got around to talking about 12O, the Boomsday project, we really wanted to break. We said, okay, we had 2 dungeon runs back to back, 2 dungeon run style formats. Let's do something new and different that players won't really expect. And the theming for this experimentation and all this kind of stuff was like perfect for puzzles, and we had wanted to do puzzles for a while. We just didn't really see how it was going to fit into a set outside of maybe something like League of Explorers, like this idea of like temples and runes or whatever it may be. And so we figured, let's just pull the trigger on it now. It seems like the perfect time for it, and we're pretty happy with how it came out. Like, we really wanted to make it super accessible so that players who had like never played Hearthstone or had just gotten their feet wet could at least get through like the first point or two. And that veteran players would have a real struggle at the end. I know.
Were you watching?
Yes,
were you watching that?
Yes. Oh my God, I felt so bad. That was absolutely the hardest puzzle, and I know some people managed to get through it in maybe like half an hour, but so many people got stuck on it for so long. It may have been a little too much.
Oh man, it was like I was committed to not looking at chat, and you just know chat is going like, this is so obvious because they seen someone else do it and just ragging on me. But it's like I tried. At some point I was like, if I do every single combination of cards possible and options possible, eventually I'll get it.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of puzzles that when we were testing them out, like the final designers, we'd pass them off to them because they're like really good at Hearthstone, and they would sit there and they'd be like doing these puzzles or whatever, and then someone else would like walk by and like look at it and just be like, I know the answer. I think I know the answer. And they just sit there quietly and be really politely, and then the person would actually solve it, and they'd be like, okay, maybe I didn't know the answer. So we had a lot of fun just like messing around with puzzles in the office.
Yeah, it was awesome. There was one puzzle called Toasted Hydra.
Oh, yeah.
Was that a reference?
Oh no, of course it was. It absolutely was. You put a video out about the interaction. I think about 5 puzzles were references to moments in the community. I believe that there was Trump's Missed Lethal with the Grim patron. Yeah. So we definitely wanted to get the community involved with these. But yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, wait a second. I've seen this.
The one with Trump, he actually sat there, and I was watching him live, and he was just like, this is so familiar. Why does this seem so familiar to me? I've seen this before, haven't I? You know? Been years at that point, so.
So what kind of, can you make any meta predictions for this upcoming set? So I've heard, I'm not going to name any names, but I heard someone said that this set wasn't that powerful. Like, it feels like this year is the medium power level, but like in 2019, like that's when things get even crazier.
I think it's one of those situations where when you're developing card games, you need to make sure that each set does something to sort of like mix up the meta in a certain way. And it's very easy to sort of lean on the idea of we should make these cards more powerful, because obviously more powerful cards have more impact and sort of like lead the set in a certain direction. I think that this set is absolutely more impactful than Boomsday. It really and the big thing about it is it really pushes a lot of new archetypes as opposed to sort of trying to like bump up or twist old archetypes. So I think that's something to look forward to at least.
All right. We got some chickens. Panther. Probably just double 3-drop with the health buff.
Yeah, sure.
What do you like the health buff on? Like at this point, I would say he's behind. I don't think we trade.
Yeah, you can put it on your 4-2 Panther or.
You know, let's just make him punch it.
Oh, big one. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Okay.
You know, he's got to take the extra 4. So one thing I like to do in Tavern Brawls is if I'm about to beat them down and I already won, I just concede.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Yeah, because you know you never know when the guy's trying to get his brawl pack.
Oh, he's got the Monster Hunt back.
Oh, he probably plays a lot. When I see those card backs, like, do you judge people based on their card backs?
I wouldn't say judge, but I definitely take note of it, especially when it's a card back that I'm like, oh yeah, I recognize that one as being like, you know, something that you actually like had to be around a long time ago for or beat something. It's just a nice little flair thing to note.
Do you ever run into people with the Golden Celebration card back?
No.
That's
not,
when you
not
start freaking out. It's
oh,
like,
yeah?
oh god, this guy went to a Hearthstone tournament and performed really well. It's time to. You just start panicking and you actually play worse because you're trying to outthink a professional player. Alright.
I wonder how many of those there are out there, actually.
Well, each season is like 120 players gets it, and there's 3 regions. Oh god. Well,
people who win it multiple times in a row.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
The biggest question in Hearthstone. Face?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's he gonna do?
You know.
He's gonna trade anyways.
Yeah, we are in the lead, so we probably win the health race. Is there any class you're excited for? No leaks. Any class?
I hate to say it, but I like a lot of the ideas coming out from Druid.
Oh.
I know, right? A Hearthstone dev, like, oh guys, look, watch
clip it.
No, don't do it. But Warlock, super cool. I like some of the mechanics around Paladin too. So those are probably my top 3 personally.
Warlock, Druid, Paladin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those 3 classes sounds very familiar.
Well, all of them got like
out.
stuff going on, but it's just my personal playstyle. So.
Got it. Is there OTK Exodia combo decks available?
I'm trying to think. There are definitely some cards coming out that'll do some weird shenanigans. I don't know if they're necessarily OTK, but there are going to be meme decks for the first couple weeks for sure of people trying to pop off and do weird stuff. I think.
That's what I like to hear. Every expansion, I just hope like this one. Mechathune was such a surprise.
Yeah.
When it's like similar to Togwaggle, where you look at it the first time, it's like, ha, it's a joke, it's a meme, maybe pulled off once in a blue moon, and then it just turns out it's like, wait a second, this deck is actually legitimate. Like Mechathune Druid is really strong, and you know Mechathune Priest, they do the Hema thing.
Yep.
Mechathune Warrior can pop off, and another surprise was Mechathune Warlock. Like people were saying like you do Cataclysm with Blood Bloom, and it's a huge combo, but because of the hero power.
Yeah.
So did you guys expect Mechathune to actually be good?
I think the expectation of the team was that people would play Mechathune as sort of like a dream card, like oh, I really want to do this, and I want to style on my opponent.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever expected it to be like a very high-performing deck, although we knew that there was potential for maybe 1 or 2 classes to see some play. But it definitely wasn't meant to be super powerful, but more of like I'm the kind of player who just really wants to do this style of thing.
Alright. I think we're sitting pretty good against this guy. He's not playing very well. He's got the Wild Pyro, which is super annoying, but I think when you start drafting big guys.
We're fine.
Yeah. Alright, just freeze him up. Get the chickens out there.
Yep, absolutely.
Alright. Is there anything else you're excited for the new expansion?
Not a whole lot I can talk about.
Okay.
But I mean, like, I do really like the idea that we've done for this set with the Loa and their spirits. I think, I don't know if we've talked about this. I feel like we have, but...
yeah, we definitely have. Feel free to talk about it.
Sure. This time when you log in, you're going to get, in addition to like 6 packs, you're going to get a Loa, and we talked about how like spirits go with them.
Yeah.
You're going to get 2 copies of the spirit that's associated with it.
Okay.
So they definitely work together in a deck really well, and I think it'll be really cool to see the players like log in and be like, wow, okay, I obviously have like the core to like build around this deck. And just the amount of build arounds each class has feels like really nice and approachable this time around. I think it's super cool.
All right, so there's a Loa and then there's a champion, right, for every class?
Yeah, for the legendaries, there's a Loa and a champion, and they don't necessarily work together in terms of like they're not necessarily meant to be in the same kind of deck, so you don't need both legendaries. It's more of like they go in different paths, and I'm sure there will be a couple classes that can use them both in a weird way, but they definitely try to pursue two different routes.
Two different strategies.
Yeah.
Got it. I mean, I'm expecting both Druid legendaries to be completely overpowered.
Oh yeah, you know, of course. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
We on the Hearthstone team love Druids. That's all we do is we just play Druid all day. And I'm kidding.
You don't have to balance around any other class when you have Druid. But yeah, Druid, you know, it's tough, right? Because they have a lot of good base cards, and the rotation doesn't come until 2019. So generally, that's when people expect changes.
Yeah, I think Druid will be pushed in a very different direction this expansion, which will help with that. I also think that the team is very mindful of these core cards. We've rotated a bunch out and are changing some on a more regular cadence, I feel now. And we eventually will also kind of backfill those with more classic cards in the future. So we're very mindful of what exactly is available in the core set for that reason.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I just dropped Eye for an Eye, and he has a 9/7. This guy is he's so excited to hit me, he's not gonna test with hero power first.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, come on.
Suspense. I know.
Come on. Oh no, he's a smart player. This is like my #1 weakness.
Oh, smart players?
Smart players.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no! He's going for the value.
But does he trade now? Probably not.
Nah, he can't give up 9 damage to the face. It's got divine.
How much of a delay do we have here? Is he
stream sniping? I think our delay's like, oh.
Stream snipers, man, everywhere. Can't avoid him, even at BlizzCon. There's probably some guy in the audience.
Yeah, like just on his phone, queuing up. Oh man. Oh, it's not looking good.
Yeah, not a lot of great options here.
I'm looking Call to Arms, but I'm not sure what we can pull.
Yeah, not a good place to be.
Do I have any big cards?
Yeah, it's gonna be like 5 damage-ish or something.
Yeah.
A lot of 5 drops in your deck.
I'm just gonna. Oh, good. I need a deck tracker. This is why I play with a deck tracker.
Oh yeah.
While we know there's no 1 or 2 cost minions.
So clearly, Holy Rat's gotta be great.
Yeah, it's gotta get value.
Yeah. Or unless it's a spell.
Okay, are we dead is the question.
Things are not looking good.
We're not dead. We're not technically dead.
Yeah,
which
unless
is
he has cards.
I mean, he's been drafting. We haven't seen any huge direct damage.
Yeah.
All right, so people love Mike Donay because he always leaks something when he appears on stream.
Does he?
Yes, he always leaks something. Like, he doesn't leak, but he was the guy who said Lyra is actually pretty good back when everyone was shitting on Lyra. I mean, crapping on Lyra. This is sponsored by Blizzard, by the way. Crapping on Lyra. So, do you have any, like, predictions? Like, something that you can say that will make you look like a genius.
Oh, no. What? Okay, so out of the cards revealed today, which ones did not look good to you then?
Ooh, I mean, the Shark Fin supporter with the, like, you can combo rogue hero power.
I was going to say, with Hinge Clan Thug, you know, it feels very, very roguish, you know? So,
it's essentially a 2-mana 3/3 with the hero power. It's like a Hinge Thug, but you split it.
It's basically Hinge Thug in a lot of ways. It's just pirate focused, right? Because you do create pirates, which is quite nice.
Yep. I'm trying to think. Nothing we can get off this is playable.
Yeah, but if you put a Dino Size in your deck, you can hit for oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm thinking
it
too
was
far.
possible.
We're already gonna lose. Yeah.
Let's just see what we were gone. Maybe we got equal. No, we can't get.
Yeah, we can't even play.
Well, we can get 2 Dino Size.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe your opponent concedes to you.
Because he thinks I haven't done my Tavern Brawl yet.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what, I'm going to get this guy's Tavern Brawl pack. He's a sniper.
I'm digging your account name, by the way. It's
Yeah, you play this game?
Yeah.
All right, what do you think about it?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's fun with friends. It's super fun. It's definitely one of those games that, like, I did not expect to like as much as I did, and it's super cool to see it kind of explode. So.
You've been playing any other games besides Hearthstone?
Red Dead.
Red Dead?
A lot of Red Dead. I've caught some of your streams. It's like one of those games that's like half game, half simulator.
Yeah.
Because like if you try to play it as like a game, you kind of like run into a bunch of the systems and you're like, oh, this feels super weird. But as soon as you just let the game do its thing, you're like, okay, I'm living the Western dream here. I'm watching a guy pan for gold and then he punches me. It's exactly what I expected. And then Blackout. Ton of Blackout. I got like a 24% win rate in squads.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, we run as a trio. It's super fun.
Who do you play with? Like,
just play with 2 of my friends. But they've been playing shooters forever, so we're pretty decent.
PUBG is like, ooh.
I'll have you know I have a 100% win rate in Blackout in solos.
You played one game.
I played one game.
And won it?
And won it. And I'm never touching solo again for that reason.
Wow. Man, like, when I look at PUBG and I look at like Fortnite and Blackout, it's like, damn, what a way to blow your lead. Like first mover advantage, and it's like just completely.
Oh yeah. You're like, oh, I got this. I'm gonna take this shot.
Yeah.
And then like you miss, and you're like, I'm dead.
Yep.
I'm dead. It's over.
It's really punishing. Okay, so we're Murloc Mage.
Oh, okay. This is good.
When we start first, it's so powerful.
How many 1-drops do you run?
We have double Tide Caller and I think double Oracle.
I see.
I think you have to have a 1-drop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially with hero power against the rogue, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Do we keep the 2 or we should go for the 1?
Yeah, go for the 1. Go for the 1.
You go for the dream of Tide Caller Rock Pool is the worst thing in the world. Ooh, come on. We're good at Hearthstone.
Let's see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Not
bad.
He can't coin hero power. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Yikes.
Well, this is.
I mean, he's got to waste a coin.
Yeah.
And then we can split the threat next turn. But we gotta do it right. Murloc Mage essentially like kind of fills the void left by Aggro Mage.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Murlocs have always found their way to wiggle into some class at some point for at least a little bit. So.
You know what I miss? Murloc Paladin.
Oh yeah.
Not the aggro like jam brainless one, but the one with the 10 mana, put 30 damage on the board. Murloc Paladin. That was the good days.
Yeah, absolutely. I enjoyed quite a bit the is it Murloc Knight?
Yes.
I don't know. It's the randomness. Sometimes you get some good Murlocs, sometimes you don't. But overall, it was just like such great value that you were like, you don't actually really want to play Murlocs. It's nice to have that one staple card that really kind of pushes your deck. And you're like, when you draw it, you're like, yes. And then they answer, and you're like, well, never mind.
Yeah, Finja, another great card from back then. Like Finja didn't get too much attention when it was released, but then it's like, well, 5 mana, summon 2 War Leaders, 2 Chargers.
Absolutely.
I think at this point we just start hitting him in the face with everything. We're not gonna win the board.
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah. And he gets the value here, but there's still 3/3, no Hench Thug.
Is Argent Squire run in these aggro decks fairly often?
Yeah, it's Argent Squire, Firefly, and Dynamo are the 3 1-drops for Rogue. I mean, this guy doesn't even have Golden Rogue, He's gonna go
I used to love Argent Squire. It's one of my favorite 1-drops in the game. I used to love putting Cold Blood on it. And back when oh hey, what do you know?
Yep.
Back when there was Abusive Sergeant that actually stuck on a minion, or Dark Iron Dwarf. It was just such a nasty card to be like, yeah, it's a 1-drop, but boy, is it just destroying you right now.
All right, we got options here. I mean, if we play we can no minion of ours is ever going to survive.
Yeah.
So it's just, do we just ping and bluegill, force him to punch it again, 4 damage in total?
Yeah, it seems reasonable to me. He needs to hero power back up to prepare.
We got double fireballs in here.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah, Odd Rogue, super powerful. Hench Thug, another strong card. Similar to Flappy Bird, but just less.
A feeding maniac. I'll have you know I primarily work on single-player stuff. don't come to me for balancing that. I'm sorry. I do play, but I'm not a top level player.
Yeah, you're going after the wrong guy.
I'm sorry.
Can you give us the name of the guy who created Keleseth?
I cannot tell you who on the team directly created it, but you can speak to the entire initial and final design, because it's obviously a pairing of their minds.
Yeah,
their
when
evil,
you
twisted,
find
warped
that
minds.
person. Ben Bro told me after all said and done, he was responsible for Mysterious Challenger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was before my time. I joined about a year and a half ago.
You
So
would have stopped him.
I would have stopped him, absolutely. That madman.
All right, Henchthug, super annoying. I hate that card because it's just like, well, you gotta kill it, or what are our options here?
I mean, Frostbolt ping, but then what do you do, right?
Yeah, like Grimskill Oracle to just die.
Yeah, I know, right? Not a really good spot to be in.
I mean,
Definitely don't want to waste Fireball on it.
Yeah,
Absolutely
no.
not.
Everything's going face at this point. I mean, we could book us Scepters and just see what we get.
That seems dangerous, but you could, yeah.
So you like the Frostbolt ping?
I think that's a little bit safer.
All right.
If we don't deal with it now, we're going to have to Fireball it eventually anyways.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's overkilling by one, he's spending 2 mana.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
We might have a slight card disadvantage, but Book of Specters, of course. And we're definitely not going to draw our other Fireball. And
Definitely
Frostbolt.
not. Alright. That could be worse. I mean, we're at 30 health. He's at 18. 2 Fireball. We can find the damage somewhere.
Yeah, we'll be okay. We'll be okay.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Alright. Okay. Not bad. So we can go full wide on the board with Tide Hunter and Raider. That's 3 minions. He's only have a way to deal with 2. We can go Raider into Lookout. Mana efficiency. Okay, we just Tide Hunter ping face, and he's putting this into a 2-1. What do you like here?
Raider Lookout might be my play here, but I'm also not.
What's the highest rank you've been?
Rank 1. Not Legend, but like rank 1. Like right before Legend. I was in Blackrock Mountain. I was playing Aggro Rogue right before Imp Gang Boss came out. And then everyone started playing Aggro Rogue. And I was like, oh no, now everyone's trying to counter my deck that was Sleeper Tier.
Ooh. Like Bluegill hits face.
Oh, Bluegill.
That's what I'm looking at here.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. They have 18 health. We're not really going as ham as I was hoping we would. I don't know.
Well, we got 1 Fireball, and we got a Lolneth. We can get there.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's taking a little more damage. Be efficient. I don't know if I like that.
We got some burn in our deck.
Oh, this game's ending in 2 turns.
Yeah. Not looking good.
Okay. I mean, just like if we play Bluegill, Tide Hunter, and Seer, he still has to kill everything.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Just flood the board. Make him do something.
Yeah. I mean, it's Odd Rogue. They don't have board clear usually. They don't run Phantom Knives generally.
Yep.
And we might find the one Odd Rogue who decided, hey, Phantom Knives is pretty good in this meta. Oh, come on.
You're looking okay. Kind of wish, Murlocs had a little more than 1 health there, but it is what it is.
So out of the 4 cards revealed, we have the Weapon, the Sharkfin Supporter, the Legendary, and people are coming up with a plan. Holy Wrath, 25 damage.
Oh, yeah, of course. I think during development, Shrivala was 30 mana, and it was very clear that was not okay to ship with.
What? It's like a 1 in 100%.
Except for when you play her and Baleful Banker.
Oh. All right. That's the combo people are talking about.
Yeah.
So you play her at 0 mana, 2 mana Baleful Banker.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a way we can get that to 30 damage? Like, what's some other combo?
Like a Malagos or something? It's kind of like, at that point, maybe you just want to do 2 Baleful Bankers and just back-to-back them if you got, I don't know. I'm sure people will find some inventive ways to make some craziness happen without a doubt. Yeah. Did you get to check out the What's Next panel?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you don't even know about all the cards that were announced there?
Do you know the cards?
I know... Oh, jeez.
I know. We'll check the website.
Quite a few of them. Yeah,
right.
let's have a
let's
bet.
make
Thank you.
Let's not get anyone in trouble.
Yeah, of course.
Mike Donate, he would have just been like, yeah, of course,
yeah,
that
these
card,
ones,
of course.
That one, yeah, of course. I know for a fact, one of we did talk about a Loa and Spirit combo, which is Hyreek the Bat, an 8 mana 1/1
Wait, are you sure you can talk about this?
Yes.
Okay. Harik the Bat, 8 mana, 1/1.
If not, I will not be on stream at any time again in the future, and that's my bad. Hyreek the Bat, she is the lower for, or he, I don't know, is the Loa for Warlock. It's an 8 mana 1/1 battle cry. Fill your board with copies of this.
Okay.
So you're like, okay, 8 mana 7/7 at base value. Obviously, combo potential though, right? The Spirit of the Bat. I don't remember the mana cost, but it is a 0/3 stealth for 1 turn. Whenever a friendly minion dies,
Okay.
buff a random minion in your hand with +1/+1.
Oh, hand buffing.
Exactly, right? And so Soul Infusion as well, the idea of eventually having this turn where you drop Hyreek and fill the board with like 6/6s, 7/7s, whatever it may be up to, you know?
All right. So our opponent's at 12 health. I don't.
We're going to top deck Fireball, right? We haven't used the first one, have we?
We have not. I'm just worried about Wind Fury here.
Oh, no, we're fine. Everything's fine. I wouldn't even worry about it.
Oh, well, he's not picking it right away.
Yeah,
so.
exactly, right? Yeah, no, we're good. Got to go to your own website to find out the card reviews.
Yeah, disguisetoast.com, the best website.
Check it out.
He didn't go all in on the Wind Fury. You know, he was kind of scared.
It's a mistake when we get lucky.
Yeah, he wasn't rewarded for his fate.
Right here.
Frostbolt does it too. You know, we're not asking for much.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
That's kind of like a Frostbolt that isn't.
It's a Frostbolt.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Exactly what it is.
It's a card though. I think we've lost decidedly.
Maybe he's the stream sniper.
Oh, maybe.
You always have to play to your out, you know?
Yeah.
If I concede, I 100% lose this. But if
That's
I wait,
true.
there's a
chance you win.
there's a tiny chance.
And that's all that really matters, you know?
Oh, he is BMing me. He's an odd. What's your opinion on BM in Hearthstone, the fun game?
I think it's okay in small doses. If he's gonna pop a Leroy on us, that's fine. He's going out with some style.
Okay.
As long as he's not okay. He's okay. This is a little too much.
This is reaching the limit.
Oh, he's going for the Wind Fury. We didn't get it though, so we win. In my mind, we win.
Okay.
He took a little long there. I don't mind when they play their cards out there like, here's my hand, I would have beaten you anyways. Kind of, you know,
True.
that's fine.
He didn't clear our board and waste our time.
Exactly, absolutely. He didn't rope us. Nice guy.
Honorable odd rogue player.
I don't remember your name, but good game.
All right, we got Memory, which is Stormbringer. Legendary.
Yeah.
Everything.
Legendary everything. Yeah.
Fun card.
Okay.
You know, it's not bad really. It's Elemental Shaman.
There's a lot of variance in it though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get Tyrion. Sometimes you get what's the worst legendary?
Do you run like a lot of like spark stuff, the sparklings,
yep.
all that kind of stuff, just to flood the board? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, makes sense.
All right, we got Tar Creeper, Earthmite Mage, which is surprising. I don't think he'll play Murloc Mage. I think he'll play Big Mage.
Okay.
Earthmite, what do you think about keeping it?
I mean, you've got a Tar Creeper with you.
Yeah, it's very likely to survive.
Yeah, it's very likely to survive. We should be okay.
Oh man, my website is not updated.
Out of date. Oh man, missing out. Missing out.
Alright. Let's check our Hearthstone. Do you venture to the our Hearthstone subreddit?
Yes, I do. I definitely check that out. I've made like 3 posts on there, and every time I do, someone goes, "Who are you?" And then I slink back into the shadows and don't answer their question. So that's me.
Do you have the Blizzard tag?
I do, but it doesn't say I am. So
okay.
I just have like a blue tag, and people are like, "Who's this
guy?
What is he talking
huh?
about?" But I always talk about missions. So maybe I think one guy is put it together that I work on the missions team. So I think like there's a post about like Mana Worm was nerfed, Toki's already struggling, and I was like, "Oh hey, we're gonna change your deck. This is what we're gonna do." And yeah. If you guys have any mission questions,
yeah, feel free to ask.
Yeah, absolutely. You can reach out to us too. We're like, honestly, like the forums, whether it be like our forums or Reddit, aren't like super. They don't ask a lot of deep questions about stuff that I can't really answer. A lot of it's just kind of like, oh, what do you think is like good? What should we do here? It's more like game questions. And I don't feel like getting in and spoiling that kind of stuff for people.
Yep.
But whenever they have like direct questions about like, you know, I don't know, whatever it may be, I try to be active when I can be. So, but that's normally a couple weeks after release is when the bulk of that comes out. You know.
Is the single player content releasing with the expansion? Or
9 days after.
9 days after.
I believe it's on the 13th, and the expansion comes out on the 4th.
Got it.
December 4th. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you got one of the cards up.
All right, Hex Lord Malcrest, 8 mana, 5/5. Battlecry, add a copy of your opening hand to your hand.
Yes, except that card.
Except this card.
Yes. So it really makes you think about what exactly is going to be in your opening hand, maybe pushing it more towards mid-game or late game with one or two of your picks.
Okay.
Right, because if you drop this guy later in the game, you're going to refill a very key component card if you kept it early, but it does put you at a disadvantage.
Got it.
Yeah, it's a really weird card. It's not one of those you would expect to be I don't know, it makes you think, right?
Mm-hmm. Does it work with coin?
It does not work with coin to my knowledge. Please don't quote me on that.
I'm gonna clip this, and if it works with coin, it's gonna be in a video. It's like inconsistency in Hearthstone.
And I'll comment on it, and no one will know who I am.
I'm gonna delete the VOD and remove that portion where he says don't quote. Hi. Sure. Oh God. I mean, you can take it from there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, ordering. Which one first? We got two Nimbus, random elemental, or buff, random elemental.
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
It doesn't matter?
It matters.
Okay, then definitely the Nimbus first.
Got it.
100%.
See, now we could have coined. I mean, we could have done that anyway, right? Yeah, it didn't matter. Ooh, I don't think I have.
Do you even run any?
We don't have Lightning Storm. We do have Hagatha, which can give us Lightning Storm.
Okay, we're playing for the long game then.
Yeah, I mean it's Elemental Mage. We're gonna take a long time.
Okay.
Or Big Mage. All right, let's see.
Elementals have always been really cool to me because they're kind of like minions with spells baked into them.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of, I don't know, it's really interesting to have all these weak bodies on the battlefield that are still providing so much value on impact.
Reminds me a little of Dragon decks where
but more like
synergy.
early mid game. Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, we kind of have like a standoff here. We could drop another Tar Creeper, and he's definitely not hitting into anything.
Yeah. We have no AoE, though, so is it just going to be a game of building a board and waiting? Is that okay?
Yeah. Is he going to Blizzard? He's not going to Blizzard next turn.
He's not going to Blizzard, definitely
If he
not.
Dragon Fury, he cooks his own minion. It's Flame Strike we're worried about, but that's in 2 turns.
That's in 2 turns. Right, so we want to build the board up so he gets a bigger Flame Strike, right? We don't help him out.
Yes, exactly. We could play this, but we will overdraw unless we drop Tar Creeper, but we could just see what we get. We could play Nightmare. I have no idea how to pronounce that second word.
Amalgam?
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 Amalgam. I thought it was amalgam.
It's like G-Wim, gum. Amalgam.
Amalgam.
That's the
All
American way, at least.
Let's see what we get. Ooh, I still have 2. We got Bloodlust and
I always want to call her Little Stormy because that's the artwork we used in puzzles for Little Stormy.
Okay. So you're used to calling cards based on the missioning because you work on the mission.
Fun fact, Gnome Napper used to be a card in the collectible set, and then they took it out. And I was like, oh, I'm using that. I may have created a monster with the mission boss. A little too difficult, a little too terrifying. But I needed that artwork in the game.
Gnome Napper?
Gnome Napper, yes. His sack of gnomes is a little too cheap. Probably 2 or 3 mana too cheap. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, Gnome Napper was one of the bosses where you face and you're like, uh-oh, this is going to end pretty badly.
Yeah, him and Azalina both are pretty terrifying.
The Wisp and then just steal your entire board. That's not cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I got a little mean.
With Azalina and Gnome Napper.
I'll try to avoid that in the future.
Were you responsible for Mother Gloop?
No. I was not responsible for Mother Gloop. The Gloop from which all Gloop is glopped.
Yes.
Yeah, no, definitely not. That's probably Paul Wynn. Paul Wynn, he's another mission designer.
We got to have a word with him. The Mother Gloop is terrifying.
Yes. We'd like to have a couple terrifying bosses, but definitely not to the point where you are hating them.
Because we had the dungeon run competition.
Yes, absolutely. I was actually glued to my monitor watching a lot of this kind of stuff. It was super cool to watch.
Did you see my attempt?
I'm trying to remember. Did you fail very early? Was it? I'm sorry. It was.
I feel like you know, and you're just trying to make me say it out loud.
Could you remind me? Refresh my memory.
It was so to get the max score is 72 bosses.
Yes, of course.
I got a single-digit completion.
I think I remembered watching a smaller streamer get really far and then die to Bink, the burglar. And I think he's the only first boss that you can actually have a situation where you can't win.
Really?
I think so. I think if you are playing like one of two decks, like Shaman or Mage, and you mulligan all your cards that are wrong and get only wrong cards, you can theoretically, in like the perfect storm, end up in a situation where you can't beat
You
him.
can't possibly.
I think that is correct.
Is that what happened to him?
No, I think he mulliganed wrong, but ended up in that situation because of it.
Oh, wow. But yeah, that was fun. Like, I enjoyed that. Hopefully, do you think the new missions or single-player content can have something like that, where it's a competition?
Oh, interesting. I don't know if this set. This set we wanted to do the PvP focus of it through Tavern Brawls.
Yep.
So that's what we're demoing here, and I think we're going to be going live with a version of this eventually.
Yeah.
And so I think it's less meant to be of more like a PvE, but like a sort of contest situation, and more of a let's just actually give players the ability to use these against each other in a limited format, you know, in the Tavern Brawl.
All right, so we could Voltalic Burst into Stormbringer to get 4 legendaries, or we could go the middle line, which is Thunderhead with Stone Shaper. If he doesn't clear it, Thunderhead gets more legendary. Or we could Galamos.
Thunderhead looks good to me.
Yeah, because like, it's just a 4-mana 3/5. You're
Yeah.
protected behind a Tovir.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's a middle of the line play. Now, how he played 1 Flame Strike.
Yeah.
Do we want to just bump this in, or we just say, hey, he's probably not gonna have 2nd Flame Strike?
I think we don't bump it in because if he doesn't have it, we're in a much better state.
All right, I like that.
I think we're going all out for this big legendary.
Yeah,
push.
I mean that's the whole reason why we're here.
All Millhouse, Shipdrazaris.
Oh, okay, J909, you know, the classic.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
So
that's
as a Hearthstone streamer, we like to complain about everything.
Oh, yeah?
J909, Keleseth on 2,
Okay.
Ultimate Infestation on turn 4, you know, Wild Growth on turn 2, everything. So I'm J909. That's
Yeah, I mean that's rough.
it
It's
sucks.
rough. Yeah.
So
Clearly we need a crab for Death Knights or something, right? A little late, but
have you considered that crabs for Death Knights?
no, of course not.
I mean you
look,
gotta punish them.
I wonder, maybe in some world where Death Knights were just so strong that we needed an answer for them, maybe there'd be like a 10 mana crab for Death Knights, but that seems a little mean to just destroy a player instantly. It's kind of like Sacrificial Pact for Draxus, but everyone, you know?
Uh-huh.
Probably not.
Got it. Oh,
Also, a crab that can take out a Death Knight must be terrifying, like visually, you know?
I think I definitely messed up, but you weren't watching, so we're all good. We're fine. We're fine. Wait, no. The thing is, Thunderhead summons minions on the left, but it doesn't matter because I just filled the board. Okay.
Next turn, you can't do anything. Fine.
Oh Jesus, I got a charge. Oh,
Ooh, Lanessa, that's a good one.
Does value? Oh, wait. Okay, so it's like I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm okay.
That's 7/7, that's fine. Ooh, cool. Yeah.
And we can hex our own Zarek and activate the Death Rattle.
That's right. Sorry.
Thank you, Lanessa. You are amazing as always. Oh, wow.
Ooh, wow, he's going all out.
This is
6. All right.
that means.
Okay. Okay.
Are we?
Yeah. We're looking pretty all right.
Oh wow, this guy's just getting bigger and bigger.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm thinking we just hit him with the Bloodlust Lethal.
Yeah, of course. We'll get there.
See, this is what being smart gets you. You know, keep track of your cards. You know how to win.
If he was streaming, he'd complain about this. it's just how it goes.
Easy.
Easy here. Absolutely.
Is there anything more you want to share about like the missions, or I keep calling missions, single player content coming up?
It's confusing. We call ourselves mission designers.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, he's a mission designer. Let's talk about mission. So what about this mission? What about that mission?
Yeah, I mean, we call them missions internally. We understand. Solo adventures, I think, is the term we use. We'd like to take back the term adventure eventually, because that's kind of like such a nice single-player term to just say, oh yeah, the adventure for this expansion.
Yeah.
But it does have sort of that like
Associated where you have to pay money to unlock it.
Yeah, exactly, right? And we wanted to say, okay, no, this is like new content. It's solo adventure and missions, that kind of thing. We have a panel tomorrow. It is at, I think, like 4:30 on this stage over here. I don't know why I'm pointing for the stream.
For all you guys
for all
here.
you guys at home, It's going to be on that stage over there. But we're going to be talking about the past, present, and a little bit about the future of what we're doing, and I think it's pretty cool to check out. Other than that, I don't know, I just look forward to people playing it and giving us feedback about how it feels to be, like, super overpowered. Yeah.
Is the current immediate plan to have single-player content for every expansion?
I think that is our plan. At some point, we might mix it up. I don't know when that may be, but for now, yes. We continue to have single player for the foreseeable future. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
Enough players like it that we still have a job on the mission team. So I think it's important that we actually put out content. Just a thought.
Yeah, like whenever people ask me about Hearthstone, like how to try Hearthstone, because lately I've been doing like other stuff, non-Hearthstone stuff, you know,
Right.
not letting this dictate my entire life and putting all my eggs in one basket.
Sure.
So a lot of people see me play Hearthstone,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Wait, what is this game? You know, I want to try it."
Yeah.
And I always recommend play the single-player content. Single-player content, it's fun, it's challenging. You
Yep.
learn mechanics,
Yep.
and you know, I'm glad you guys. Kobolds and Catacombs, obviously, the best entry
Yes.
to the single-player content.
Yes,
I've seen.
that's something we absolutely keep in mind. It's something we really like. If there is just a way for players to get involved in Hearthstone that doesn't feel super daunting,
Yeah.
that's right up our alley. Puzzles was very much in that space of at least the first couple coins. Dungeon Run was like deck building is a little bit scary for a lot of new players.
Yeah.
Let's make deck building fun and different. So as we continue to see pain points in the community for new players, we want to take those and make them easier for the future for them to get involved with Hearthstone and really fall in love with it.
Yeah, because all these single-player content, you know, it's piling up, and like maybe 2 years down the line, someone join Hearthstone, it's like they have so much things to go through, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I would love to see at some point in the future a mode that we can continue to support instead of like scrapping everything and starting back up. Just because it does create like these big chunks of content that are kind of isolated on their own, and it might be cool to sort of like I don't know, do something different with it in the future. But you know, we'll see.
Yeah. We're playing a deck from the olden days.
Oh yeah.
I think it's Spiteful Druid.
I see.
Because it's Firefly.
Sure.
It's got Greedy Sprite. I can't imagine it to be anything else.
Yep. Yep. I know. Maybe he's playing some meme deck himself, some kind of Tyrantus.
No one plays meme deck. It's rank 6. The meme decks are, you know, like rank 15. I wish there's a mode for meme decks, but there's no way to define it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, I don't know what you'd call it either, but I agree. That's my kind of play style.
Yeah. Doesn't have Golden Druid, so, you know, maybe he's bad. I'm hoping he's bad.
Well, or maybe he's trying something new. Let's not be too.
No, I'm judging him.
Oh,
No
okay.
Golden.
I see.
Yes. Oh, we're taking a beating right now.
We'll be okay.
I'm okay.
It's only what 9 more damage coming in plus hero power.
So I think at this point we might consider smiting the 3/1, because Spiteful comes on 7. We can give him 6,
Sure.
and he can still Fungal Mancer no matter what. Fungal Mancer is his power play.
I'm sorry. Did he coin? I was not.
Crap. no, he coined the Greedy Sprite.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
This is why I play with the deck tracker. It's like
I
you
understand,
gotta
I
talk.
understand. Just
Yeah.
grab notes, write them down. He's thinking. It's a good sign for us, I hope.
I don't know.
Mousing over his options.
Fungal Mancer. Just Fungal Mancer, bro.
Okay.
I mean, that's a meme card, but it's actually gonna work out really well for him.
That is a Fungal Mancer of sorts.
Oh, you're right. It is a +2/+2. Man, if we don't die this turn, he's done. It's just Psychic Scream after Psychic Scream. You know, big guys, Obsidian Statue.
Yeah, but he needs what, 1 damage?
I mean, look. Sometimes you gotta play to your outs. Wait, if we
That's
Psychic
true.
Scream, he just hero powers and kills us.
Yeah.
Shadow Essence into Spirit Lab.
No, I think that's still death. Yeah.
So our mistake was drawing Lich King, Malygos, and Obsidian Statue. We really should have avoided that.
Yeah, I think we could have played that better.
Yeah, this is just like a worse version on Barnes. Because with Barnes, you know, you have high roll potential. This is you're just waiting until turn 6 and not doing anything for 5 turns and hoping.
You don't play against an aggro deck.
Exactly.
Yeah. What can you do? So what have you been doing for BlizzCon? I know you had like a meet and greet over there.
We had a meet and greet, and that's it. We're doing the meet and greet, and we're doing the streaming station.
Okay, cool.
And that's it, and then I'm free. I'm just paying off my debt to Blizzard, like, bit by bit. Every year I just do some community service.
So
And one day, one day they'll forgive me.
Well, I have no qualms against you. I think you're great.
It's a certain people. Ben Bro, one of my biggest supporters, left, so it's hard, man.
Oh, is that why he's gone?
Yeah, that's why he's gone.
Don't
Like
wanna get
he
on
was
your
saying,
bad side.
he was saying he had to go. But yeah, we miss him, but it's a new era of
I
Hearthstone.
understand. I understand. Yeah. No, I get you.
It's funny to have the guy to announce like the new Hearthstone stuff to be named Ben. So during the announcement, it's like, please introducing for Hearthstone, Ben Thompson. And I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it's the same thing around the office. When people have multiple names. You just like use last names or whatever. It is,
Okay.
so.
How do you guys? Was there like how do you know if there was a decision to send who out there this year? Because it's different, right?
I think if we were, I think Ben Thompson is probably the leading person to go in. He's been on the team for since the inception, basically. So he's like definitely like old blood, right? It's super nice to have him up there. Other like forward-facing figures that would like probably work out pretty well are Dave Kosak or Peter Whalen.
Yep.
But Peter Whalen did the What's Next panel,
Yep.
and Dave Kosak is on with me tomorrow to do the mission.
Mission.
Panel. So I think Ben Thompson is just kind of like the pick. Yeah. Also, Ben. People know Thompson pretty well. Same with Kosak and Peter, but it's better than sending up someone like me. Like, introducing Giovanni, that one guy you might have seen in the Monster Hunt behind the scenes once before. Probably not.
It's cool because like Ben Thompson is art, right?
Yeah. He is the creative director.
Creative-
But he started off as the lead artist.
Okay.
And now he's the creative director.
So he has input into like other design stuff.
I mean, like, it's not like super strict. Right now, he is definitely like filling in among other people to be like the sort of director of the game.
Got it.
But definitely sort of like any aspect that's like art or story or sort of like the lore and all that encompassing stuff is definitely right up his alley.
I'm excited for lore stuff because this expansion has ties to the most recent World of Warcraft expansion.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Which is something we never like. There's connection like Karazhan obviously, but it's rare to see an expansion that coincides with WoW's expansion. And you're introducing the characters from WoW's newest expansion, like Talanji, which has not been revealed, but I've seen the pictures. It's Talanji, guys. There you go. Everyone knows. Let's not. So it's really cool. What do we have here? So we could Zilliax, just bump into 2/2, coin Zilliax. We could also coin Shadow Essence to try and high roll, but that has Wind Fury, that has Divine Shield.
Yeah, I would want to get that out of here.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
And if we stick it, next turn Lyra can really pop off, right?
About the troll thing, we actually wanted to do a troll set for a long time. We actually talked about it every time we do like brainstorms on like what we want to do next. Trolls came up really repeatedly. And once we realized that BFA was going to have this big focus on trolls, Zandalari, Loa, we were like, all right, if we're gonna do it, let's do it now. It's like we've been putting it off for so long. We're hyped about it. Let's do it.
Okay.
So we definitely worked with the World of Warcraft team to make sure that we were respecting that universe and we're caught up to date with everything that was going to be happening in BFA and all that.
Yeah, it's awesome because like in BFA we learned a lot about the different Loas, and hopefully we'll see some of them. So there's Razan. Are those Loas gonna show up, or are they like even bigger?
So there are a lot of Loa in the Warcraft universe. I know if you've been playing on the Horde side of BFA, you've seen like Gonk,
Gunk, Razan, Paku,
Kragla,
Hyreek.
Henrik.
Yeah.
I play Alliance. I'm sorry.
Disgusting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you will definitely get to see a bunch of the Loa you've been introduced to in BFA, or older Loa even in the future. And of course,
Bonsamdi.
Wansambi. He's not really like. You think about Loa and you're like, oh yeah, these like primal
Animal,
gods.
dinosaurs,
and then
beasts.
there's Wansamdi
Just
making fun of you for dying, and you're like, yeah, cool Loa.
Alright, we're actually in a pretty bad spot thanks to turn 2 Kelasath.
Well,
Turn 2 Kelasath. I'm gonna blame on turn. I need something to blame, and it's turn 2 Kelasath. I think we're just Shadow Essence.
Did you see Surrender to Madness?
No.
Okay.
I think.
It's kind of like a Kelseth, but.
Alright, hold on. I need to find. Surrender to Madness.
Should be under Priest.
Alright.
I hope I'm
Yo,
not
I
spoiling
see it.
stuff.
I see it. It's here.
They give me a little cheat sheet of what's
3
gonna be
mana. Destroy 3 of your mana crystal. Give all minions in your deck +2/+2.
When do you play that though? When do you play that? You don't play it on 3. Then you're back down to 0 mana.
Yeah, sure.
People are coming by to take pictures from like behind a guardrail.
I feel bad when they say take pictures. I think they mean like me go over
Yeah,
there.
of course. Yeah.
But I'm like, hey, what's up? And that's it.
Hello over there.
But if you coin this on 2, you only lose 2 mana, right?
That's very true. No,
So-
absolutely. Yeah, so you got to go second. That's like the
Yeah,
first
just
part of
just
that
go
strategy.
second.
But you're still mana
Down
behind.
2 mana,
Yeah,
yes.
no, that's pretty rough.
You just jam Snow Flipper, Penguins, Wisp, and just have some 0 mana 3/3s.
Yeah,
That's good
absolutely.
value.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Also, I want to complain again. We Shadow Essence, freaking killed a Gargoyle. We didn't actually. No Lich King, no Malagos.
Well, why do you even run them in your deck then? Jeez.
That is true. It's my fault, really. Ah, Lord. Okay. So, the worst thing about this is if we want to coin Psychic Scream, we don't even get the coin. But I don't think we have to coin Psychic Scream yet. We could also.
We should shuffle more Kaliseth into his deck. That's absolutely what we want at this point.
Oh, this isn't even a 2-drop. Ah, all right. What do you think about Lyra here? Just see what we get.
That's risky, but if you feel you need it, then absolutely go for it.
I mean, we can coin Lyra. I mean, Lyra coin. Shadow Word Pain.
Yes, that is an option. Yes.
And then Psychic Scream next turn.
Yes.
I
And
mean,
use
these are.
Dragonfire Potion when you need it.
Yeah, or. Yeah, Dragonfire Potion. You don't seem very confident. I'm seeing you kind of like,
I would Psychic Scream at this point, but you are the better player, so I will trust your judgment here.
Yo, Psychic Scream is just too good to
Oh.
just randomly toss out.
Okay, all right, I respect that.
This
So
isn't.
what if you get another one from Lyra later anyways?
Then, even you gotta trust me. You gotta
Okay.
Oh, look how healthy this guy is. He's got to trade so much more now, and we get
That's
heal.
true. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. That's a good point. I like it.
There you go.
I respect it. I think we're looking at. Okay. Lyra's voice is actually different on mobile than it is.
Yeah. On desktop, it's more feminine, I think,
I
or
think
like.
the opposite. I
Oh,
think it's
really?
more feminine on. I could be wrong.
Yeah, because I definitely remember like people say he's, people say she,
Oh right.
but
yeah.
everyone's like really set. It's like, of course it's a dude, or of course it's a girl.
It just depends on what they play, man.
Yeah, it's like that's how you know someone's on mobile or PC.
It's like that Laurel Yanny thing, you know? But different.
Yes.
It's not the same at all, I'm sorry.
It's, I mean,
I'm trying to bring up like
like for the Laurel Yanny thing, it's based on your audio frequency.
your ability to hear certain things.
Yeah.
I see.
Alright, what else did Hyreek the Bat?
Yep, that's what we talked about. The Loa.
8 mana 1/1. Fill your board with copies of this minion. Very suited for Soul Infusion and any hand buff. With
Yes,
the.
absolutely, absolutely.
Is there any other ways you can give it a buff?
I'm trying to think if there's any ways to return it to hammer buffs, but I don't believe so. Um, yeah, I think right now it's Soul Infusion and Spirit of the Bat that's out there.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to think of Wild too, if there's any ways back then, but I mean, most of the hand buff stuff is limited to Grimy Goons and Paladin primarily.
So we could res Lyra, but do we want to save res for something better? He hasn't hexed yet, so I'm worried if we play a big guy, he's just going to hex it in.
No, I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
Want to see what we get off Lyra?
Yep.
All right. I just make this a 5/7. He's going to get the trade, but
yeah.
I mean, we could buff this up.
That's good. Light still puts us back to full. Can we ping it for 1 afterwards? Or, sorry, 3 afterwards? Not really.
Yeah. Oh, extra arms. So 3 legendaries revealed today.
Shrivala, Hyreek the Bat, and Hexlord Malkuth. It's the pirate one, yep.
Oh, 6 mana. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Repeat for each of your pirates. So the max you can get is 21 damage. 7. Wait, is my math correct?
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
My math degree, I'm like, what?
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, yeah. Which is, of course, the dream, but having 7 pirates on board is kind of like a I've probably already won this anyway situation.
And luckily, Golaka Crawler still in rotation.
Absolutely is. Absolutely is. Prepare your crabs, boys.
But, you know, Golaka is rotating out in April 2019.
Yes, it is.
What are we going to do about all those pirates that's going to overtake the ladder?
I'm sure you guys will be fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. We got your back.
You going to print another Golaka Crawler?
An even bigger crab, maybe. No, not really. Don't. No.
Like those hate cards.
Yes.
Like they're nice, but it always feels like ideally you don't reach a situation where they're necessary.
That's what they're there for, is if things get out of control, at least there is a counter readily available for them. And I think that at the point where you'd want to use hate cards is probably when the balance team is going, okay, something is clearly wrong here, let's get a fix in a little bit later down the line. But of course there are going to be periods of time where people use hate cards even though they're not really justified.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that that's like not just sort of like the cycle of ups and downs that does happen naturally when like deck A beats deck B, beats deck C. Well, B's overpowered, people start playing C, blah, 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 you know, all that kind of stuff. So,
yeah. So we got ourselves a situation. Now, I don't think he's Shadow Walk Shaman, but it's not the
no
drink your life to death. It's the temple one with evolution.
Sure. Okay.
So do we want a Psychic Scream and give him 3 or potentially 2 Serenite Chengen and another Grumble? Or we just death it and try and trade off a little bit?
I feel like we just trade off at this point. Yeah, I think so.
Now, does he need the extra arms, do you think?
Not really, right? Like, it doesn't really do much.
Like, he's good with his 2 arms already.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 4 arms is better than 2, but maybe someone can use those more than him.
Alright, what else was released? Card reveal seasons usually just really hype.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things where like you get bits and pieces of puzzles. This is one of my favorites, by the way.
Oh,
Immortal,
2 mana, 1/3 Paladin minion. Death Rattle, shuffle this into your deck. It keeps any enchantments.
It's
so
like
Kingsbane, but for a minion.
And in Paladin. A lot of big buffs in there, even in the classic set. A little sad to run Equality in your deck, if you do though.
It keeps any.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
It's not cards you play on it. It keeps any enchantments. Yes.
But does it keep it in order?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It does. So if you're going to play Equality, you want to play it early. Yeah.
All right. We could just, if we drop Obsidian Statue and he hexes it, he has 15 damage on board. But it's a shaman. It's not It's not Life Drinker Shaman. So his burst potential is a little low. We could scream to stay on the safe side, though. What do you like?
I think we jam the 9-drop, I think.
Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't have Hex, it's just value. We heal up to full. We're going to take out, like, 1 or 2 minions.
Sure. Yeah. There's no way he has Hex. We're fine. He would have just done it.
No.
Oh, okay, well, he did it. I'm sorry.
He was on mobile. He just needed to take
Oh,
time.
yep,
It's lagging,
absolutely,
you know.
absolutely, my bad.
And he might overcommit, you know. We're going to get a huge psychic stream.
I'm glad we kept that from earlier. Well, actually, a lot of these would be gone at this point. But
Oh.
yeah.
Look, he didn't even hero power. Look, I don't accuse everyone of stream sniping. But this guy is stream
Well, maybe
sniping.
he wanted room for other minions that are coming
No,
out.
no, 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 no. He's only got 4 minions.
Snipers, man, everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
But yeah, this card is interesting.
It's interesting, yeah. It's definitely one of those ones that, like, for like the average player, they go, okay, clearly I know what kind of deck I want to build around this.
You buff it up, Blessing on Kings.
Yeah, and then you've got this big nasty beast that just constantly comes.
Okay, okay. Look,
Hey.
too late here, dude. Sometimes, you know, they just cast Zola and Grumble, but not today.
All right, well,
I mean, we're not dead.
we're pretty dead though.
It doesn't come with Life Drinker. It's just 3 Wind Fury, Divine Shield, Lifesteal, Taunt, Shuttle Walks, with more in his hand. Like,
We're okay, right? Tell me we're okay, Toast.
he played a Firefly, right?
Yes.
Did he play Firefly? I don't think he played Firefly. I'm hoping he played Firefly, but I don't think he did. We have another Psychic Screen. Look, he's just gonna bounce all of that back, and there's only one Shadow Walk to deal with. Oh, he played Firefly. He's gonna overdraw all those Shadow Walks. This is why people don't play Firefly, but he did.
Did it.
Look,
Cool. Oh,
look,
we still got
just
2.
one. Oh, never mind. Oh.
This is manageable potentially, but not really.
Oh, okay. There's.
No, because you can't just Lich King heal. He still has full damage on board. Do we have anything to res worthwhile? Not really.
Lyra. Wait, Res Lyra, coin, get Psychic Stream, play it.
Okay. I believe in us. That's a very strange looking psychic screen.
No. Here.
Okay.
We got get some silences going. We got some divine hymns going.
Yeah.
We're good. We're cooking. All right. We gotta go fast though.
APM priest, different
All
kind.
right. We gotta get those heals. Oh, that's a lot less damage.
That is.
Yeah, maybe we'll get to binding heal. Get some big Serenite, unstable evolution. Wait. We can get infinite 10 drops, right? We can, well, I mean, we can.
If you have time
I'm
for it.
freaking out. I'm freaking out. Yeah, just give this guy some arms. Get it
We can
going.
use some.
Oh, there's a psychic stream.
A little late.
You know, you gotta get some more arms here.
Yep.
You know, maybe we can get a big taunt. You know, it can be a big taunt.
Yep.
It can be a big taunt.
It could be a big taunt.
This can be a. It is possible. This
Not
can be
quite.
it.
We played a little too slow here. That's a shame. I was really rooting for you.
Okay. We played a lot of cards. The animation's got to catch up. Remember, he's on mobile, right?
Oh, yeah. His phone's probably lagging.
Yeah, it's like
This
it's
is too much.
overheating. It's a
No. Okay, he's got a good phone.
rich golden shaman playing Shadow Walk. Hearthstone's pay to win confirmed. He's got a good phone. If he had a bad phone, we would have won.
If only he was using an old Nokia, from 1997.
Unfair.
I mean, darn.
Unfair. Okay, we gotta we gotta do something here. What's my Shadow Walk shaman? Is it the stupid one?
There's no such thing as a stupid Shadow Walk deck. They're all beautiful.
Oh no, this is just the.
Oh, this is just the.
This is just
cookie
disgusting.
cutter,
Yeah, kill you
This is
Shadow
the
Walk.
one I played on launch and felt really bad about, but I did it anyways.
Did you play that exact list, or did you have something different?
Can I see it again?
All right. Because people originally ran Fire Plume with Whirling Elemental, the double battle card.
I ran Burlock. Yeah, mine was very different. It was I think I ran 2 Volcanoes, Burlock, some other stuff. But yeah, I didn't run Keleseth, for example. So.
Because initially people tried to go for the 100% bounce back with Fire Plume and
That's what I did. Yeah.
yeah.
I did the Fire Plume. Get discounted, play them both at the same time. A little more setup time.
Yep.
But for the guaranteed.
But people realize, 80% chance, 70% chance, that's good enough to go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes sense.
And then when it doesn't work out, they're like, wow, I'm so unlucky. This is the worst thing. I played perfectly. But it's like, well, you know,
didn't really play.
Yeah, you could have guaranteed it if you played the different kind of. Yeah. All right, Shaman. Even Shaman's been pretty popular. This is a decent hand, but none of these cards are Hemet. That's the problem with these cards.
Do you really need to fish for Hemet right away? Is that?
I mean, I play Hemet, I win.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Okay.
Put them all back. Oh, what? Oh, man.
I mean, it could be even. If it's even, we definitely need these minions to fight on board.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
My biggest problem with Hemet is sometimes I get so excited to play it, and I realized I drew all my other combo pieces. I'm just taking 1 fatigue, 2 fatigue, 3 fatigue.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh, Defies Brotherhood card back. That's a nice one.
That was this month? Last month?
Yes, the most recent month.
Yes.
I'm flexing on them with my BlizzCon card back, the Galaxy. It's like, hey, what's up?
Oh yeah.
I got money.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite card back?
The Lemonade one.
Oh, it looks so good.
Fresh. It's refreshing to look at.
Okay. I'm just gonna drop in a spoiler in here.
Okay,
we may have some delicious-looking card backs coming in the future of Hearthstone.
Like eating delicious or drinking delicious?
Who knows? I can't answer that, but.
Yeah, the food ones are usually the best, like the cupcake one. People really like too.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
All right, so if we drop Wild Pyro, no, we should drop Elemental. Okay, here's my plan.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop Elemental this turn. Okay. Next turn I'm gonna play Wild Pyro, Shadow Vision for Circle of Healing, draw 3 cards. Wait, 4 cards because he's gonna Hero Power.
Okay, sure.
And we have every card.
Okay, yeah, I like it. That's a really good plan. And if it doesn't work out, it's not our fault.
Yes. Man, you should stream more Hearthstone. You have the mindset. Oh no! Wait, Mana
Totem. That doesn't make any sense.
He is rank 6 and he has a non-golden hero, so it's understandable.
Yeah, he didn't want to follow the plan. I don't blame him. It's okay.
Okay, how likely are we to hit Circle of Healing though?
96%.
96?
Yep. My math might be wrong.
I can't argue with that.
That one's kind of like Circle of Healing.
Yeah, it's a Circle of Healing that
just costs like 2 more mana, but heals 2 more, and doesn't heal their side.
Other than that, it's exactly Circle of Healing.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not called Circle of Healing.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that's the minor difference.
Like, healing, him, they both start with H.
Mm-hmm.
DC, they're kind of close together. Okay.
They're both priest. Okay. Oh, jeez.
That's rough, man. That's rough. I don't know how it didn't work out. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's just get this out here. We gotta kill that second Manti totem, right? Like, he made a bad play coining Manti when we had 3 power on the board. Oh.
Hey, it wasn't on 2. It's not so bad.
Oh, wait, we can silence all that +1/+1 off, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's on the board.
Well, if he only has 1 minion in his deck, we can silence all of it, yes.
It would have been balanced. Like, make it a death rattle. And then you have a chance to silence it.
Oh.
They should hire me.
I'm going to talk to Chalky about that, yeah.
Yeah.
He also was not on the team when this came out, but I'm talking to him about this.
Has anyone on the team said, you know what, Kellisath, maybe something to look at some point?
He has definitely talked about, and I think it's more of a, let's think about this in the future with our designs, because I think the idea of having like something that you drop on turn X that like increases your chance to win by like a huge percentage doesn't feel great for the opposing player.
Like Wild Growth.
Well, yeah.
Like
I don't think
Spiteful
Wild
Summoner.
is okay, Spiteful, yes, and that's why I got
and Call to Arms on turn 4 back in the day.
Back in the day. And you notice how we say back in the day with a couple of these. So we're getting at them. We're getting at them. Poke the final design team. I'll do it for you guys.
Kabalaki. I got a whole list of these written down.
Send them my way. I'll make sure to poke them about it.
So he
said it's from me, so that they don't get mad because they're like, oh,
it's not my fault,
He's in jail still. He's on parole.
Okay, there's the Circle of Healing we needed.
Yep.
So now we got 2 things, but
no.
Wow, this
That's
guy.
incredible.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm triggered already. Okay. Okay.
Yeah? What are you doing here? Does not look like a good hand. This deck was going to be great. Did you lie to me?
Okay. We could silence the 3/3. We could circle, heal the 3/2, silence the 2/2, and trade. Or we could, we should just go ahead and do that, and not waste all our cards for no reason. Yeah, I like that too. Look, draw Hemet, and we still win the game.
Okay.
That's the beauty of this deck.
Okay.
Draw Hemet, win the game.
All right.
Electra, another card I really like. It's one of those, reminds me of Fandral a little bit, where it's like, it's always gonna be decent in your deck. It's not gonna be insane. It's not gonna be bad, but it's gonna get you some value.
Yeah, I think it's really good when you have a mixture of these cards that are like, I really want to build around this, and more of a, this is a really nice comfort pick that works in a bunch of different archetypes.
Master Shaw, another example where it's like, it's decent, it's not bad, it's good in some deck, it's decent in most decks.
I think Master Shaw was one of those cards that was really underappreciated before people actually got around to playing with him, because they're like, oh, that sounds pretty good, but in like Hunter, can we really, make use of this?
Yeah. And the stat line, 4 mana, 3/6, very healthy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hard to get rid of.
Alright. Do you like silent? I think silencing that is not bad.
Sure, yeah, no, reasonable.
Or we could go for the overdraw him, mill that Shadow Walk strategy, but it's probably not going to work out.
Yeah.
Silence. We could save Thanos for a strong Lash. We're at 29. We can double up on the healing.
Yeah, we don't need it now, that's for certain.
Yeah.
So.
We got the 5 minutes warning.
It's okay, I'm going to have to leave you guys to a shot, I'm sorry. I know you love me.
We'll see Giovanni tomorrow on the What's Next panel. Everyone's going to show up, see the brand new card. It's like, all right, I'm out. That's usually what people do. When I'm revealing a new card on stream, it's like, hey, guys, it's at 12 o'clock. It's like everyone shows up at 12.
Oh, yeah.
12:01, all out.
You got to milk it, though. You got to be like, all right, here's like the top of it. Now, what does this name convey to you guys? What do you think this could be? Let's go on a journey together, right?
You got it, because that's what people do. It's like, here's the mana cost. Oh, wow, it's 7 mana. What do you think? Here's the attack. Wait, it has 1 attack? That's kind of weird, right?
Interesting, yeah. There must be some kind of crazy effect on this one. Yeah, no.
We could draw a card. I think we should at this point. That's a healthy boy. We need, like, Death or Psychic Scream. The only question is, do we want to act like Lash or, like, act like Thanos Lash? We get a bit more healing, but,
Do we need the healing at this point? I don't. I feel like when we get got, it's just going to be.
We're going to get got.
Yeah.
Okay. Get some healing.
Hey, there's the card you need to win, right? That's what you just play it and you win?
You're right, you're right. You know what? I'm just going to drop my Thanos. Wait, did I drop my Thanos? I want to play Hammond next turn. No, I'm just going to play Thanos, and next time I'm going to Hammond heal and stay alive, which means we can draw our Psychic Stream, and we just win. It's happening.
Oh, yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
is the beauty. That's fine. It's not like we want to draw cards, because we're going to fatigue ourselves if we draw cards. He's helping us.
Yeah, what a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't play along with our turn exactly, but he's helping out in the end.
Yeah. Oh, God. So we draw after we Hammond, if I recall correctly. Ooh, see, that's a nice card.
That's a nice card.
Okay, we have, I want to say 4 cards. We definitely draw after we Hammond. The question is, are we going to survive? He has 17 damage. We go to 21. He needs 4 damage to kill us, which is 2 life drinkers. Because I don't think they have much in the way of direct damage.
No, of course not.
And these Psychic Scream, they need time, man. They need time. I think we have to go for Divine Hymn and just pray.
Okay.
You're thinking about the Psychic Scream, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you're the one who runs this deck. You told me Hemet always wins, so I trust you in this moment. You didn't say when you had to play Hemet, just that when you played Hemet, you win. So you might be right.
All right. You know what? You convinced me. part of being a good Hearthstone player is knowing when you're wrong.
I mean, that's very often. I make the wrong plays.
Okay, if I lose, that means I'm gonna blame you now.
Yeah,
so that's the other strategy of Hearthstone.
Okay, no, I get that. I get that. And if
I'm shifting the blame.
But if you blame me, then I'm gonna blame that guy right there. He was looking at me funny, he distracted me.
That guy.
Yeah, he's gone now. Don't worry about him.
All right. I mean, this was less than the amount of damage they had earlier.
Very true. Very true. We're just biding our time until we win. That's okay.
Oh, that's a lot of healing.
That is a lot of healing.
But, you know, we're going to be efficient. We're going to get a hero power, and then we're going to get the him.
Okay.
So we have 4 cards, 1 Psychic Stream, and 3 combo cards.
Okay.
Psychic Stream has to be within the next 2, because none of the combo cards actually clear.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Oh no. Oh!
This is looking gross, man.
If only we had 2 Psychic Streams, right? No, he would have killed us. He would have Life Drinker and Zolan. Wait, no, he could have. Could he? No.
This board was quite full before.
That's what we needed.
That's pretty good. I like it.
And he even gets a Hemet. You know, what's he gonna do with the Hemet, right?
You know, the other guy's like just like.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this game?
I mean, it's 2 volcanoes, 2 hexes, and 6 more bad cards.
Why did he put so many bad cards in his deck?
Uh-huh.
Maybe he should just not do that. Okay.
I mean, we gotta survive 2 more turns.
We're looking.
He needs to whiff super hard here.
Yeah. I mean, he'd probably top deck Hemet, which is nice for us.
Ah. He needs to put 10 damage on board. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Well, see, if he's not trying to walk, he can't even play it now. I gotta say, this seems ill-advised. Okay, I mean, 12 more damage.
We're okay. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, this guy's rank 6. I just want to point that out. So he's not.
When you're rank 7, that means he's better than you?
Oh, God.
If we lose, that's why.
Yeah.
Understand.
So, you know Frodan, right?
Yeah.
I ran into him on ladder. He's playing this deck. He got his full combo. And he just starts like BMing me. And you know what he did? He had the full combo at that point. He played Reckless Experimenter, double Abomination, Coffin Crasher. I made a YouTube video out of it and just really rubbed it in. So for those who don't know, you gotta play Experimenter into Coffin Crasher with double ticking Abomination, and then we played Hemet and we won.
Got to trigger in the right order.
Yeah. That's the beauty of this deck. Sometimes you just win.
We did it. Excellent. I'm being pulled off screen. Thank you for having me, guys.
Thank you. We will see you tomorrow.
Yes, absolutely.